Alright, hello everybody. This is Sir Adrian here to film the American turn in our current game of Global Empires 1915, titled Operation Growing Storm. So, first things first, we'll go ahead and roll our tech. So we have the one, excuse me, undamaged major factory, but then the free tech roll as well, so two rolls. With those two, we'll go for fighters. Try and get that up. And fighters and go for convoy system. Actually, no. We'll try for doctrine. See if we can get that. So for that, we need a 5 or okay 6. So that's a success. Americans are stage 1 doctrine in the air domain. And then we'll go for fighters for our other roll. And that's a success. Did the Americans move to stage 2 fighters? So, in terms of purchases, we have 24 IPP. We're going to spend all 24. We're going to buy 3 early cavalry units for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A heavy artillery for 7. So here that'd be 7 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'd be up to 13. We'll buy an airship for 6. Bring us up to 19. We'll spend 2 to attempt to influence Japan, 1 to attempt to influence Bolivia, and we'll spend the final 2 to upgrade a militia that we have in the upper Midwest into a regular infantry unit. So then, let's go ahead and do that. Or, well, afterwards. We'll start by rolling for Bolivia, of course, and Japan. So Bolivia will be, let's do this one. So Bolivia is the green one, so that one we're trying to bring it up, so we need a 3 or less. And Japan, same thing, 3 or less. And it'll be the orange one here. Both misses. Excuse me. In terms of attacks, we'll probably have a couple. Yes, we will. So we'll try to raid the British on the East African line. That is British. Yeah, okay. Do that. Start. So black will be the attacker. That +2 for a regular sub. Red will be the defender. Okay, so that's way more than we needed. So that's 1 IPP off the British. What else? We'll try to raid the British with our coastal submarine and the East Atlantic line. That's at a +1. Same thing, black's the attacker. Red will be the British defending. Okay, so 7 to 1. Oh, very good for us. So that maxes out. Uh, 2, 3. Yeah, that maxes out that line. So British will go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll grab a damage marker. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. And we do have to, over here as well, roll for their Q ships, because they do have that. So that's a miss for that one. And I think the wording for the Q ships should be changed. It says submarine, so I understand it to be implied both submarines, but I could see how people can maybe think, and that's a miss as well. It would just be regular subs, but coastal subs too, definitely. You roll for that. That should have been removed. Yeah, we'll try for the East Asian line as well, because that's open. So black the attacker, red the defender, and at a +1. Okay, so 4-2. So max damage there as well. So now 34 IPP. Other attacks. I think we will have a tank along with these two cavalry. And these cavalry. Actually, not those cavalry. Or yeah, that's this cavalry too. This one, why not? We'll have those all attack in there. So we got 3 cavalry that aren't going to be affected by terrain. And then we have, shoot, the tank came from Chicago for sure. I could be wrong. We'll roll it like that. I think we have 2 cavalry that are affected by the terrain, the river on the first round. So we'll grab some dice, because they would attack at a 3, or early cavalry is at a 2. And the early armor, that's at a 4. Okay. Okay, so no first strikes, nothing like that we gotta worry about. Right with that. Okay, so we'll put the one, like a blue will be the tank. These two will be the cavalry. We'll change the color temporarily. So we have the tank and then the 2 cavalry that are down. So these two will be at a 1 on the. I should just check what season it is. I'm not sure if it's. Okay, it is fall, winter. Okay, so we only have 1 round of combat. Regardless. So these two will be at 1, the tank will be at a 4, and then the other 3 cavalry that don't have any kind of penalty will be at their regular value of 2. Okay, so we got a hit with the tank, a hit with one of the cavalry that was affected by the river, and a hit with the regular one, so that's all we need. And then his his militia defends at I believe it's 3. Might not be a 3, but I know 9 definitely doesn't hit. So that's that. So the British go down by 1 IPP. US goes up to 22. And there we have it. And this should have been a minor factory because the British had that, but it now reverts back to a major factory, so you can leave that as is. I think other than that, oh, and we should get a free diplomacy roll for that as well. There we go. Yeah, I think that's it for now. That's good. Actually, no, sorry, there was one more attack I wanted to do. We're gonna walk over into the Heartland, or Great Plains, rather. We want to do. No, never mind. Sorry, we won't do that. That'll stay British. Yeah, so that'll be it for the attacks for now. So non-combat. Move this coastal sub up 1, P78. Let's go move this coastal submarine 1 over to I2. The Indian Ocean. We'll move these cavalry up into the Heartlands. We'll move the infantry in Appalachia down into New Orleans. And we'll move an infantry from here into New Orleans. We'll rail an infantry from Chicago into New Orleans. We'll rail a militia from Chicago into New Orleans. And we'll move this infantry that's in Chicago into the Heartlands. And I think that's it. Yep, that should be it for now. So now it's just placing our units and collecting income. So we'll go ahead and build the heavy artillery at the minor factory in New Orleans. We'll place cavalry in Chicago. Place one in yeah, I'll place two in New Orleans. Place any other units there? Or one in New Orleans and one in the Heartlands. We'll do that. Why not? And then the airship that we will build. This one's damaged, that major factory, but we can still build there. It's not fully damaged. So we'll build that one in the Great Lakes. Yeah, that works. So now it's just collect income. So 22 plus 23, 24 for a trade with Venezuela and Brazil. So same thing as last turn. 24 IPP to spend. And now we hand things back on over to the Germans. So good luck to them.